Remain calm. I believe that is essentially the primary thing that is asked of us by supremacy culture, and it is the most dangerous, most deadly, and most violent ask that there is. Politicians are passing a new law that is going to have terrible effects on you and your family. Remain calm. Write a letter. You'll be seen to. Reports on climate change keep getting more and more dire, and the planet's about to become unlivable. Remain calm. There are ways we can do it. Vote harder next election. Police literally have a gun to your face for having done nothing except for trying to live on the planet you were born on. Remain calm. Even when they have a gun pointed at your face, threatening your life, and are yelling at you, remain calm. This grim, cold, and calculating iciness runs through the highest echelons of every system that governs us. If you think about how it is in Congress, there are rules of decorum, right? It is not legal in Congress to call someone a racist, but it's perfectly legal to be a racist or to pass a racist law. Remain calm. And why is that the primary ask and the main way that this cruel order is continued? Because the second someone just points out what is actually happening. I believe it was Russell Luxemburg who said something to the effect of, the bravest and most revolutionary thing you can do is just to loudly proclaim what's happening. But if we were all doing that, if we were not remaining calm, if we were all calling out things as we saw them, if we were all shouting, if we were all actually being in our bodies and truly experiencing the terror that being alive these days is, none of us would be quiet. We could not remain calm, and they could not control us. The ghoulish architects of these rapacious systems know that none of us really want any of what they're selling. They have to indoctrinate us, and most importantly, as they do indoctrinate us, they have to keep us calm so they can keep the wheels going. Are they cracking down so hard on protest? Because it is a failure to remain calm. It is the vital expression of a desire to have things change, to see what is going on and shout, this cannot continue to happen. It is a failure to remain calm as they wish you to do. And when you don't, what are you met with? Violence. Every time. It doesn't matter who you are. Because what we're really talking about here is that after remain calm, there is a second pair of words that is not said, but is very much deeply there. It's remain calm or else. Black people, queer people, neurodivergent people, like anyone whose identity deviates from what the overculture wants, knows and has been taught through cruel lesson that a failure to remain calm will have you sanctioned, usually with some form of violence. And honestly, I think no one actually knows this better than white folks. Y'all know how it is in your family groups and dinner tables, and how the worst thing you could possibly do would be to stand up at your dinner table and just tell people what was actually going on. And that's why we say that silence is complicity. Darlings, there is not a goddamn thing to be calm about right now. We are in the final stages of them putting the locks on the empire. They are taking away every way we have of fighting back. They're doing it piece by piece, and we're letting them do it. They are doing it one group at a time, and y'all are falling for it. They are doing it through TikTok. They're doing it through laws. They're doing it in every single way. And don't forget that because y'all didn't fix the fucking 13th Amendment like black people have been asking you to do, because you saw that as something that didn't have to do with you, now you're going to get a taste. It was not there just for us. It was there so that when you decide that you can no longer be calm, you'll get the same treatment. Best thing you can do now in this time is to refuse to be calm, to refuse the icy insouciance that the empire needs from its subjects. Be in your feelings. Feel the weight of the horrors that this world is turning out. You're supposed to. You have numbed yourself down so that you can follow this cruel dictate of the empire, and you don't need it anymore. Not only do you not need it, it's going to get you killed. Raise your voice now while you still have it.